is my $1,000 plus my interest, so it's going to be $1,015. That's my new balance. Now I want you to try the second part of this problem. So again, I would probably pause the video, and here it is. Now they want us to try to find the balance after 6 months. So the first one was after we compounded quarterly, so after 3 months. Now I want to do it for an additional 3 months. So again, it's the exact same formula. Exact same formula, except my principal is now different. My principal is now this 1,015 because it adjusted after that first quarter, after that first 3 months. So I get 1,015 times, so that's 6%, so 0.06. And again, it's just for another 3 months because I've already done it for 3 months. So in 6 months, that's just an additional 3. So it's still going to be 3 over 12. So my interest after 6 months is going to be $15.23. So therefore, I know it doesn't ask for it, but let's just talk about this. Our new total, or my new balance, is going to be my balance from the last one, which is 1,015, plus $15.23 more in interest. So I'm going to have $1,030.23 after 6 months. Hopefully you're starting to catch on to this. We're just going to do a little continuation of this problem on the next slide. So it says, thinking back to our last example, what will our balance be after a year? Well, we know from the last example, and I'm just going to write it again on this page, our balance after 6 months, we found that to be 1,030 and 23 cents. 1,030 and 23 cents. So we want to find after a year. So we actually can't just go right to a year. We actually have to do 2 steps to get there. Since my account is compounded it's compounded quarterly, every 3 months my principal is adjusted. So I next have to find what my principal is going to be after 9 months so I can find what my total balance is going to be after a year. So let's start with that. So my third step I got to find another 3 months, which will then give me my total after 9 months. Again, using my formula, interest equals principal, which my principal is 1,030 and 23 cents, times my rate, which is still at 0.06, times my time, which is just another additional 3 months, going to be 3 over 12. When I plug that into my calculator, I'm going to get an interest of $15.45. To find my balance, I have to take my previous balance, which was 1,030 and 23 cents, plus this interest that I just found, which was $15.45, and my new balance ends up being $1,045.68. However, I don't want to know my total after 9 months. I want to know it after a year, so I have to go again. And divide my paper here. This dog may have to move. So my fourth step, I again want to find another 3 months time period because it's compounded every quarter. which would then end up giving me my 12 months or my year that I'm looking for. Same step, interest equals principal. I take my principal or my balance from my last step after 9 months, so it's 1,045.68. Rate stays the same, time stays the same. I'm just doing it for another 3 months. When you plug that into your calculator, you should get $15.69. So then my new balance, I'm going to take my previous amount from my 9 months, which was 1,045.68, plus my interest, $15.69. So my new balance is going to be $1,061.37. So again, when we compound something for some sort of period, like in this example, we compounded quarterly. That means every quarter or every 3 months, we have to adjust what our principal is based on how much interest we got in that previous time period, or that previous compounding period. Alrighty, we're going to do one more example and then I'll let you practice some for your homework. So here's our example. It says, how much interest does $1,000 earn in 1 day at an interest rate of 6% compounded daily? So that means at the end of every day, my principal is going to be adjusted based on how much interest I got in that day. We just want to figure out how much I'm going to have in 1 day. So I'm going to use my simple interest formula. Interest equals principal, which is going to be $1,000 times my rate. So 6% as a decimal is going to be 0.06 times my time. My time period here is where I'm compounding daily. So that's 1 over 365, since there's 365 days in a year. So my total or my interest is going to be 16 cents. So my total just after day 1 is going to be my $1,000, my principal plus my interest, which would give me a grand total of $1,000.16. What if I asked you then, what would be your balance after 80 days? Okay, if I wanted to find my interest after 80 days, I would first have to find day 2, day 3, day 4, and so on, all the way up to 79 in order for me to find the 80th day. So I would have a ton of these problems repeated for each of those days because my principal has to be adjusted at the end of each day. Obviously, that's not very fun, right? That would take a lot of time, which is lucky because, or we're going to find that we're lucky tomorrow because we're going to learn that we actually have a formula for compound interest to make these problems much easier. So instead of like on that quarterly example where we had to do the simple interest formula 4 times, with our compound interest formula that we are going to learn tomorrow, you actually just plug in your numbers into the formula and it's going to tell you that amount. So we're only going to have to do 1 problem rather than 4, or if it was compounded monthly and we wanted to find the amount in a year, we'd have to do that problem 12 times. The formula is going to make things way easier for us. So for your assignment today that is due tomorrow, I want you to go to page 141, and you are going to do, or I guess on the computer, if you want to look at it that way, it's going to be PDF page 158. Do problems 2, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, hopefully the assignment goes okay for you. If you have any questions, just shoot me an email. We'll also have some time to go over some questions tomorrow in class. Have a good rest of your day. Get your assignment done before you leave today.